I will never be poor in my life. You remember that once when that sound trended, I still say it to myself at least 3 times in a day. I'll never be poor in my life. I would never be poor in this life. Guys, everybody wants to be a content creator. To be a content creator, no be beans. Well, we know that there is a lot of perks to it. And I'm not talking about being famous. You can be famous and not have money. I'm talking about the money aspect of being an internet sensation. And what other way to fast track your journey to fame and financial independence than being a skit maker? Oh no, I'm serious. I know they joke. I go live for you, like they say. Guys, in this video, welcome first to this channel. Let me not be rude. Apologies. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of the family. We look forward to always seeing you anytime we bring updates and interesting gist for your viewing pleasure. This is no exception. So prepare to stay glued as we talk about some of the highest earning skit makers we have in the industry. I am not talking about comedians. You know, we have mainstream comedians, them Bovey, them Basketmouth, them AY Malcolm, I Go Die, I Go Save, and all of these big names. Bucci. I'm not talking about them. People that got to fame, although some of these people have now even, you know, hosted their own one-man show, their own comedy concerts. They found a way to try and be mainstream comedians, but we can't take away from the fact that there's a divide. Some mainstream comedians like Bobby now, he has featured in some person's skits and all that. They've infused them, but you can't take away from the fact that there's a divide. So we are talking about people who made money, who made fame from being online. These people have gone out to even produce movies. These people are doing it big. You know, they've diversified from just Instagram. They've gone on YouTube. You have series. You have Layo Wasabi having several, you know, characters that he is. Lasisi Eleno, you know, Nonso Afolabi, different characters, BRODASHAGGI, Matthew Perry, Samuel Perry, and all that. But we are looking at some of the highest earning of them. And guys, please note that you know that this thing changes. Most of them we are using it from the estimate of RPM, rate per minute on YouTube. You know, most of them put out their content on YouTube. They're making it. So we are not necessarily considering maybe sponsorship, influencing gig, ambassadorial appointments, and all of those things that earn them money, or you act in a movie, you get money, you get paid for it. You might not necessarily add that, but you just understand that we're talking about in the broad terms, some of the highest earning of them all. So please feel free to let me know in the comment section what you think. I feel like this disclaimer is enough, guys. Let's start. My people, you understand what I'm saying, Abby? No bad blood here. Coming on number 1 on the list is McAngel. A lot of persons have said that McAngel should be credited as one of the pioneers of, you know, online skit making and I think we should not take away from the fact that Chris Clown, Chief Obi, African Ace, those people were in the UK doing these things. They know Chris Clown was where? I think it was in Ukraine, or was it Turkey? I think it was in Ukraine when he was doing all of these things. But McAngel is one person that was based in Nigeria that we saw do this skit making large scale and make money from it. And he's currently still one of the top earners in the industry. His YouTube videos, he puts basically now on Facebook and YouTube. He still does Instagram, but he does not get as much, you know, like he used to do on Instagram, but he's using Facebook, YouTube, and all of these platforms for his skit, and he's still making money. McAngel is from Port Harcourt. His name is McAngel. He has about 12, should I say 12? No, not up to 12, but he has a substantial amount of followers on Instagram. And he's said to be worth about $1.25 million. $1,025,000. Wait, $1.25 million. How do you say that? 1,025,000. Well, I don't know. 250. Jesus. And I went to school. Apologies, teachers that are watching me. I know book. Yeah, it's just what happened. But about $1.25 million, you know, dollars, he said, is what he's said to be worth. And I don't doubt it, honestly, because he's doing well for himself. Anyways, BRODASHAGGI, Samuel Perry, Animation Samuel Perry is currently the highest or the most followed skit maker on Instagram with 12 million followers. Is the most followed, you know, in online skit maker. He's doing well for himself. He's estimated to be around worth around $1 million, you know, from YouTube and all of his gigs and all that. And he's an amazing person. He has featured in so many movies. I feel like he's also diversified from his BRODASHAGGI character and all of those things, and you can understand why he's been rated highly in the online skit making space. He's one of the not one of the founding fathers, but he's been there also for a very long time, and he's even moved on to making longer, video form, right? So he's making money. Moving on from Samuel Perry, we have investor Sabinos, Oga Sabinos, our professor from Port Harcourt, award-winning even. He has MVCA to his name. This man came from PH. I feel like he's one person that came because he didn't come when them Shaggy were coming up. No, Sabinos came on his own. We've had skit makers then, Bayu Babi. I'm trying to remember this person that was recently in the news with his baby mama now. Remember him? Dollars, yes. We've had them. We've had Sydney Talker. But this man just came, took the world by storm, and he's remained up there. So it's no joke that he's number 3. And we have some persons who did not even make the cut, who's been making skits for years now. Right? No shame to them, please. It's just that this man has put in work and he has a lot of loyal followers, people who actually are very much interested in his comedy style and what he has to offer. Oga Sabinos is currently said to be worth $900,000. All of these things are pleased to be verified. Please do your verification and be certain that all these numbers you are putting out are actually the correct numbers. Thank you very much. It's said to be worth about $900,000 which, if you convert it, giving Nigeria's the way Nigeria's naira is going up and down, it's still a substantial amount of money to have and call a net worth in this Nigeria. These people are rich kids. And Oga Sabinos is 30 years old. Did I mention? Sabinos is 30 years old. That is no small money to be controlling as a 30-year-old man. But yeah, we give that to him. Coming on closely behind Oga Sabinos is cute Abiola, Abdulgafar Abiola from Kwara State. This man was in the Navy. Remember when he had issues with the Nigerian Navy saying, oh, he's wearing their uniform. This man has to leave the Nigerian Navy, something he joined in 2018 before, skit making took off for him. But I'm sure he's not regretting it now. He's able to focus solely on entertainment that is paying his bill. He's said to be worth about $800,000. He has several characters that he portrays. He has several deals, several gigs that he does. His close friends, a lot of these celebrities, and he has lots of things coming and going for him. So he's able to make money not just from skits, not just from skits. He's able to make money from there, and he's said to be worth around $800,000. Cute Abiola, I think, is 29 years old. He's 29 years old. He holds an HND degree from the Polytechnic of Kwara, in Kwara State Polytechnic, and you can say he's doing well for himself. Moving closely and following him, moving fast and following him very closely. On number 5 is Sydney Talker. Sydney Talker is 28 years old. He's said to be worth 700,000, not million, $700,000. Is from Imo State. His name is Chukwuebuka. His name is Chukwuebuka Emmanuel, and this man also, just like Sabinos, gave us signature. All of them they have some sort of signature look. Sabinos with his blue outfit, Brain Jotter with his green outfit and that trouser. I don't know where he got that outfit from, but that's his own signature look, and it does amazing. When he started, I actually was not really a fan of Brain Jotter. I felt like because I started talking like somebody who had, some sort of how do I challenge sort of physically, but I didn't like. I felt like, why are you trying to be a skitmate car and you're talking like that and all that? I felt like maybe it was trying to make money off these people with disabilities, but I found out that that's not what he was trying to do. That's just his own genre, and he wasn't trying to act like a physically challenged person. He's since branded himself a philanthropist, somebody doing well. Lots of persons like him, and all of these skit makers, their life has not been without one controversy or the other. I'm not here to talk about that though. I'm just here to talk about the money they are earning. A 29-year-old controlling about $700,000, net worth. That's after tax and all of those things. That's amazing feat. That's some money. This is why I started by saying that to be a content creator no be beans, because when these people start analyzing how much they spend to shoot, you want to hire this popular content creators, content directors on social media. You want to hire them, you know how much you pay. So most of them decide to use their phone to record. Most of them, they cut cost also. Not every time big project, big production, you cut cost, do solo skits, just make people laugh and make money off their laughter and their time scrolling on social media. So it's not easy. It's a line of work for these guys, and they are doing amazingly well, if you ask me. And I'm going to mention one of the two women on this list, Kiki Bumi Adiaga Ilori from Oyo State. This woman studied mass communication at Bowen University. She is doing amazing. This one has been there for over 10 years now, not necessarily as a skit maker, but as an influencer, as somebody who uses social media. She used to she actually still I think she was way more active on YouTube before she started doing skit making on social media. She used to have her own show. She still is this show is still running, where she discusses fashion bits and all of these things. She has her own clothing label, her cost, where she does most of the outfits you see, especially the Omabe outfits you see on Kiki. Know that she sold them using her own, company. She has her own collections, that her own. How should I even put it now? Tailoring shop, sort of, not a tailoring shop, but you know what I'm trying to say, where she makes clothes and garments and all that. So she's making money from it, and she's not from a poor family. Regardless of what you might think, her father is a top shot he's one of the top shots in Ibadan. Her parents are top shots in Ibadan, your state. Her husband is also doing very well. But we are not talking about the parents or the husband's money. We're talking about something that she has earned herself, and she's estimated to be worth around 600,000 US dollars. She might be more, it might be less, but on the average, at least that is the net worth we are going with, and we've seen on platforms that release and research on these people. So we are taking their words for it. Moving on from Kiki is another person, Josh2FUNNY, Joshua Alfred, who is a father of, I think, 2 now or 3. How many children? I'm not counting. But Joshua Alfred is married. He's 30 years old also, and is doing well. I'm sorry, that's a 34 years old. He's doing very, very well for himself. He's estimated to be worth around 250,000 US dollars. Which is not bad. This man wears a lot of feather. He's a very talented person. He's an actor, a singer, a comedian, a producer, a trend setter. Josh2FUNNY has actually started so many trends that actually trended worldwide, like worldwide trend. He's a trend setter. You should give that to him. He's amazing. He's doing very, very well for himself. He's on his page. He still has skits and all that. I feel like a lot of them are sort of moving. Like I mentioned, he's had his own shows, multiple shows. So they are trying to also get a brand, make a brand for themselves outside of being online skit makers, strategizing and all that. And I think Josh2FUNNY is one of the persons that have been able to do that and broadened what we know him as and know him for, which is amazing. Give it up for him, honestly. I think I sometimes just go to speech just to binge watch. Just sit for hours, making money. Anyways, moving on from Josh2FUNNY is Layu Wasabi Isaac Olayu Wola from Osun State. This man, tallest. I don't think I have to say much about him. You know him, you follow him, you love him. GNCC, this professor, this one, that one, lawyer, everything. He's actually a lawyer by profession. He studied law at Bowen University in Osun State, and is amazing. He's doing well for himself. Beautiful, brilliant man. TEDx speaker. Amazing faith. And we have Miriam Apaokagi, director, producer, extraordinary actor, skit maker, mother, TAAOOMA, that basically had her upbringing in Namibia. She's from Kwara State. She's also an amazing person. She is estimated to be worth around 200,000 US dollars. I'm going to stop the list here. And like I mentioned, you can agree with me or you can disagree with me. I would like to hear from you in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Thank you so much, guys, for watching this one. I will see you in the next one. Until then, like, subscribe. If not, I'll box you. But yeah, thank you for always coming. Bye.